I know what you're thinking. Winston Churchill, how can he stand up to the greats? This is what Europe would have been without Churchill. And this is what Europe is, thanks to Churchill.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel.
Churchill graduated at the top of his class at the prestigious British Royal Academy, where he was given commission as a cavalry commander. While Churchill ran the Navy, Neville Chamberlain, the then Prime Minister, was busy appeasing to Germany. However, Churchill knew this would fail and urged the country to oppose the Nazi forces.
After the country lost faith in Chamberlain, Churchill was asked to become the Prime Minister. Churchill was a man of action. He led his country through the Battle of Britain, one of the largest aerial bombings in history, which lasted more than 3 months. Despite being outnumbered by almost 4,000 German aircrafts, the United Kingdom managed to take out more than double their strength in aircrew. Not only this, but the battle began on the same day Churchill took office as Prime Minister.
It's only natural that they consider the Battle of Britain one of the most crucial points in World War II. Oh yes, if it weren't for my refusal to surrender to the German Air Force, the Nazi forces would have been able to initiate Operation Sea Lion, a planned invasion against the United Kingdom. If they had taken the country, they would have taken all of Europe.
Well, hold your Trojan horses. I'm the father of biology, of physics.
Not exactly. Aristotle's physics were different than the modern-day physics. He believed that a mystical being in the sky controlled all movement. How's that for a man of science?
Oh.
Most people would also say that Aristotle's the father of sexism.
Well, I don't need to listen to you. You're just some girl. Women are more apt to scold and to strike, more easily moved to tears, and they get more jealous all the time. They're definitely more deceptive and false of speech. Let me tell you, it's awful. Women. Well, I created modern thinking.
Well, I put that modern thinking to work when I saved the Western world from the Nazis. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I the most influential man in Europe? Let me tell you. First of all, World War II. The fact that the Western world was able to prevail is because I held out against the Nazis. Look around. Who else was around? I was. If it wasn't for me, the world would have fallen to the Nazis. First Europe, and then who knows what else. Now, just take a second to think about how different the world would be if the Western world hadn't won, if the Nazis had taken over. Now, it may seem like a battle of long ago, but think of how many iconic cultural icons wouldn't be around if it weren't for me today. You still know the cultural influences that I brought out by having British stay strong and win the war. Now, look at the current state of Europe. The reason we have the countries we do is because the Western world prevailed and Nazis didn't unify all this area under one flag. Now, a lot of these ethnic groups wanted their own nation, so after World War II, they got it. So, look at the map of Europe today. A lot of it has to come from World War II. Of course, my doing. It's getting cold in here? Now that might be my fault. You see, once again, because the Nazis got taken away, it left a kind of a power vacuum for Soviet Union and United States, which led to the Cold War. So, had a lot of influence on the world. My bad. Now let's talk about Aristotle here for a minute. I'm not going to discredit him. The guy was thinking, but he was thinking the wrong things. Now, everyone had so much faith in this guy that no one thought to second guess him, and as a result, he actually held back a lot of these sciences he claimed to found. Because he was thinking these wrong things, people based much more principles off of them, and once we found out he was wrong, it ruined the sciences. Now, let's look at me for a minute. Let's look at my accomplishment. They weren't just wrong thoughts, they were the right actions at the right times. I refused to surrender when Britain was the last place left that the Nazis had before they took over Western Europe. I brought the US out of isolation. I made them the superpower they are today. I set the stage for the Cold War. I made the US rise above the Soviet Union. That's all because